Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lex and I would absolutely love it if you love this content, if you want to support this channel, if you would like, share, comment, and subscribe. It helps these videos go out more. It helps the algorithm know that you like this content and it allows me and inspires me to keep creating. Thank you. So today we're going to have a little pop culture chat because y'all know I'm opinionated on things. If you don't know by now, I am opinionated on things. So I saw this a lot on TikTok. I actually had no idea that any of this happened, but I saw this on TikTok and basically Bumble, well, there's a lot going on with Bumble. First off, Bumble, the dating app, is having a relaunch. And on top of that, they have been slammed for a very sexist, misogynistic type of ad. So let's get into it. First off, let's talk about Bumble's relaunch. So basically, 10 years after creating a new model for dating apps with its Women Make the First Move feature, Bumble is opening the door to men starting conversations on the platform. Bumble is rolling out a new feature called Opening Moves that will let female users set a prompt to which male suitors can respond to initiate a conversation. So, if you're not familiar with the dating app Bumble, basically the selling point of Bumble was supposed to be that Bumble only allows women to send the first message. This was supposed to reduce men being able to come into your dating app and be creepy, be weird, etc. Now, I haven't used a dating app in years. I'm engaged. I have not used a dating app. But in the short period of time that I did use the Bumble dating app, this whole men making the first move thing or women making the first move thing was not that great. Because first and foremost, I found that a lot of men on these apps simply did not like the way that women were making first moves. I mean, there would literally be so many men on these apps who would straight up be like, don't come into my inbox if all you're gonna say is, hi, how are you? Or, hey, I love this picture. And it's like, I don't know, but when I was on the apps, it was like 89 to 90% of men either had one picture and like no prompts filled out, or they would have like 5 pictures of like absolutely nothing. Like, I don't know. I feel like most men didn't even take the time to fill out the apps, then had the nerve and audacity to be like, don't come into my inbox and be boring, essentially. And it's like, yeah, so I feel like Bumble already had like a weird dichotomy where it was just like not that great anyways. Also, as a woman, I still got highly creepy men, highly weird men, men who were not serious, men who were still in it for the same reasons as any other app where they can message first. So anywho, Bumble has made this redesign now where men can send the first messages. However, in response to this, part of their ad campaign, I guess, was putting out this ad. And the ad reads as follows. So the ad says, you know full well a vow of celibacy is not it, or not the answer. Thou shalt not give up on dating and become a nun. And a since removed video posted to X on April 30th was also part of the campaign. In it, a woman joins an all-female religious group, but later becomes infatuated by a shirtless man trimming the hedges. That night, another woman gives her phone with Bumble loading. The first woman then leaves the group and the text reads, "We've changed so you don't have to." Who in the marketing department, who was in the room and said, yeah, this is the one? An app where you claim that your focal point is creating safety for women and you're shaming women for celibacy? You're shaming women because they don't want to put out immediately? This just is such a harmful message, I can't even wrap my head around it, because one of the biggest problems of dating apps is men who just simply want to F women. Men who simply just want to get in a woman's pants. Men who just simply want to be predatory towards women. I mean, most women hate dating apps for a reason, because it takes so much work to actually find a guy who's serious. And so their response to women not using the app, because that's the reality, right? Is that this ad is targeted at women, telling them, get back on our app. You know, you choosing not to F men like that is not necessary. Their response is to shame them. Their response is to say that, compare them to nuns. I just read the room. Read the room. Read the room. And then this idea that just because a woman is not effing a man, that you can't do anything else intimate. And even if you are somebody who maybe just wants to get to know someone on a very platonic level, you just want to go out on dates, you don't want to F somebody for a while, why would this be the response? Why would this be the response? So obviously, many people are upset about this. You know, many have taken to platforms such as TikTok to express their disdain, to express their anger.
I need to ask Bumble a question. Why did y'all think this was a good idea? And I'll tell you right now, they've since changed their tune. Basically what happened was 2 weeks ago, Bumble rolled out a commercial that showed a woman attempting to swear off dating. She became a nun and then decided, actually, I don't want to be a nun anymore, after she saw a sexy shirtless gardener. Somebody gave her a phone with the Bumble app and she said, you know what? I'm out. Essentially, it was an ad about Bumble changing so their consumer didn't have to. And one of those changes is that now women don't have to be the ones to message first on the app. And historically, that's obviously gone over really well for us, right? Along with the commercial, a few billboards like this rolled out. This one says, you know full well a vow of celibacy is not the answer. Introducing the new Bumble. People were not happy about this. Like, why are you in the bedroom with me, Bumble? Julia Fox was not happy about it. She's been celibate for 2.5 years. She likes it. She's never been better, TBH, she said. Anyway, a spokesperson from Bumble told The Cut that they're removing this from the campaign.
There's a new Bumble ad, and I'll put a picture of it. But when I first saw it, I was genuinely shocked for like a millisecond. It took me a millisecond, maybe 2 milliseconds to realize what was happening. But I was like, oh my gosh. But here it is. A vow of celibacy is not the answer. And something, I don't know if it's like me growing up religious or something, I was like, oh my gosh, they're trying to tell you that your religion is not it. You need to find a man and you need to get on our app. There was just like for a second where I thought that, and I was like, that's shocking. But then I was like, oh no, it's for like when you're like, I'm never gonna sleep with a man again. I'm never going down that road. I'm just gonna be single. It's saying like that, like when that's not that, like that's not the answer, not your religion.
Not even someone that uses these apps anymore, but still, it's like, to see something like this is just reinforcement that as a woman, there is no one there to protect us, period. These companies, these corporations, men, shit, other women, people do not protect women in this world. Seeing this shows me so heavily that women are in danger. Serious danger. Because to really put this out there, I don't know, I couldn't believe it. When I saw this, I thought this was a joke. I thought this was a parody. I did not realize this was real. So, Bumble has apologized after a recent ad campaign referencing celibacy prompted backlash, with critics claiming it shamed people for choosing not to have sex. The dating app company has since removed the ads from its global marketing campaign and, in an Instagram statement posted May 13th, responded to the critiques of the message. So, the message is as follows: to our beloved Bumble community, we made a mistake. Our ads referencing celibacy were an attempt to lean into a community frustrated with modern dating. And instead of bringing joy and humor, we unintentionally did the opposite. Frustrated? You mean men that are upset that women don't want to F them immediately? This is bad. Oh my God. I actually haven't read this response. Okay. Some of the perspectives we heard were from those who shared that celibacy is the only answer when reproductive rights are constantly restricted, from others for whom celibacy was a choice, one that we respect, and from the asexual community for whom celibacy can have a particular meaning and importance which should not be diminished. We are also aware that for many, celibacy may be brought on by harm or trauma. And shit, it doesn't even have to be any of that shit. It could just simply be that as a woman, you want to get to know somebody first. You don't want to just have meaningless and mindless sex. Like, oh my God. Okay. For years, Bumble has passionately stood up for women and marginalized communities and their right to exercise personal choice. We didn't live up to these values with this campaign, and we apologize for the harm it caused. So here's what we're doing. We're removing these ads from our global marketing campaign. Bumble will be making a donation to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, among many other organizations, as a part of our ongoing efforts. I'm like so upset I can't even read right now. To support the work being done around the world to support women, marginalized communities, and those impacted by abuse. We will also be offering these partners this billboard space to display an ad of their choice during the duration of our reserved billboard time. Please keep speaking up and telling us how we can be better. We care about you and will always be here for you. With love and sincere appreciation, Bumble. Wow. Okay, the first comment here, I'll put it on the page, says, maybe you put your money where your mouth is and stop lobbying against the Consent Act, Bumble. And they responded and said, Bumble worked closely with the sponsors to help introduce and support the Consent Act and has been working to make cyber flashing illegal since 2018. I like this one. Run an ad campaign telling men how to write better bios. Did I not just say that? Men don't fill out their bios on these apps. Period. They don't give you anything. Take better photos, how to actually hold a conversation. Period. I can't tell you how many conversations I had to carry by myself. And not randomly bring up X in the middle of a normal conversation. Then men will have more successes on your app. Period. Because why is it that every single man on these apps is constantly on these apps for the most part? Why is that? This is, again, protect women. Protect women, because I'm tired. I am tired. I am tired. The shaming of women for not wanting to put out for men and earn this big corporation all this money is ridiculous. But I'm gonna leave it here, y'all. So let me know how you felt. How you felt about this ad. Is it tasteless? Is it, are you on the apps? You still, how do you feel about this kind of thing? Especially for those of you who might be on the apps still. Let me know in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. I also want to get into how apparently Black women being praised through the Black wife effect TikTok trend has really started to set off the men's. If you haven't seen these, now I this has been a very interesting week, okay? In the I'm a dark-skinned black woman who has experienced colorism, and I can see the behaviors, actions, opinions, thought process, etc. of other, when this is happening to other people. Obviously, as we know, Clay from Love is Blind came out dating Selena Powell. Now they're no longer together, for the record. And I'm just wondering what it is about this expectation that as a dark-skinned black woman, or as a black woman period, that struggle love needs to be the expectation, the goal, the reality, that like it is just so unbearable for some of the black men in the community to see black women being loved.
Now, I hate to be the one to stir the pot. I really do, but I'm sorry. If I see some hypocritical shit, I'm calling it out. It's a trend going on right now, and they're calling it the black wife effect, right? Pretty much, it's black women who are married outside of their race, and they're showing the before and the after of their husband being married to them, right? Like I always say, I don't give a damn about nobody's preference. You can marry the size, shape, color. You can marry whoever and whatever you want. I don't give a damn. But this is where I do have an issue. Just read these comments. I'm loving these black wife effect. Keep them coming, ladies. 15.5 thousand likes. The material was always there. Sis said, rise, king, and he did. 1,200 likes. I love this trend. God damn, you won. Shit. Girl, what kind of seasoning you used on this one? Now let's flip the roles real quick. If black men was coming out here posting on this app, showing the before and after of they white wives and they other race wives, saying they put seasoning on them, because all the seasoning really is like you could just tell they've been involved in black culture and now they a little bit culture. That's really all the seasoning that they put. But if black men was doing this with they white wives and they Hispanic and Asian wives, oh my God, we wouldn't be able to breathe. I'm black, my daughter black, her mama black, she got 4 black grandparents. But if I was in these comments asking, oh, what seasoning you put on that one? Man, what? Y'all would be giving me hell. And don't act like y'all wouldn't.
To see black women being praised. What's crazy to me about being upset that black women are dating out, and I mean, look, when I go out with my fiance, I think I've been very clear, but I'll put a pic here. My fiance is a non-black Hispanic person. I've said this multiple times. But the only people that give us like looks, questions, the only people that are clearly trying to pry into what is going on is black men. And this is coming from someone who lives in the DC area. So there's a lot of black people around me. And the only groups of people, it's not white folks. It's not black women. It's not Hispanic people. It is always black men. And my question and my wonder and my expectation and my questions, I guess is more of the word I'm looking for, is what exactly do you want us to do? Well, I know what you want us to do. You all want us to be happy with struggle love. You all want us to be happy with being thrown to the wolves, told we're not good enough, told we're not good enough wives. We don't cook, we don't clean, we're not fit enough, we're loud, we're this, we're that. You want us to be happy with that. You want to be able to beat us down, beat us down, beat us down, beat us down. And for us to struggle. There's something so sick to me about literally constantly telling black women. As I said, I've been seeing with the conversation this week about AD and Clay, how many of especially black men have been in the comments, been in the chats, been on y'all videos that you make here on YouTube saying, well, facially AD really doesn't look good. So, what if it's just that he's not attracted to her? What if it's just that facially it wasn't there, Why does it have to be colorism? I mean, she's not that facially attractive. Like, just say you don't like dark-skinned women. Because there's nothing wrong with AD's face. The fact that you guys are using the argument, well, she is actually ugly, duh, so it's not colorism, is asinine to me. I've seen videos where people have been like, oh, because his mom is light-skinned, he likes light-skinned women. I'm like, since when do we base who we like off of what our parents look like? Since when do we do that? If you do that, let me know in the comments. Because what? But it's insane to me, the hoops and hurdles that so many black men will jump through to try to say that dark-skinned women are ugly. But then it's like you're the same one salty that black women are being recognized, loved, appreciated. I've seen the black wife trend on TikTok. I actually get those videos on my timeline. And I think it's adorable. It's obviously just a cute and funny trend. But it's like something is so sick to me and so asinine about the fact that it makes y'all so angry that black women are being loved and respected. I don't see y'all praising black women like that. Y'all don't praise your wives like that. Y'all don't give your wives those love and adoration. And don't come in my face talking about something, but that's not true. No. Colorism is a systemic issue. I am a dark-skinned black woman. I have many friends who are dark-skinned black women. I went to school with many dark-skinned black women. I follow media and consume media of many dark-skinned black women. Why is it that in my life, most of the dark-skinned black women that I know have so much trouble with dating, so much trouble with finding a partner, so much trouble with finding someone that likes them for who they are? Why? Because y'all don't like us. I don't know when you guys will realize that eventually people are just going to find people that like them. You're upset about a trend where women are being praised and loved. And that makes y'all so mad. Because you hate us, right? You hate us. The reality is, if you're so mad about a black woman dating outside of the community, why don't you start dating those women? Because by and large, a lot of those women are dark-skinned women who have been shunned by the community, who have been ousted, who have been told they're ugly. Stop putting all this criteria on black women, that you need to have a BBL body, that you need to have a perfect face, that you need to be a housewife, but also work full time, that you need to wait on your man hand and foot, that you need to accept him cheating, lying, etc., cussing you out. Stop dating women that your friends are going to be like, damn, that's you, bro, and actually date who you like. Stop letting these rappers and other popular, these athletes and all of these black prominent people make you think that you have to date certain people. If you're so upset about the black wife trend, why don't you start honoring black women and wifing them up, honoring that wife? And don't tell me that that typically happens, because it does not. I just think that the hypocrisy is crazy. The hypocrisy is crazy. Because if y'all are so upset about it, then actually love black women. The love just isn't there. And then you wonder why people off to people who do like them. It just doesn't make sense. It just does not make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like I said, the gaslighting this week has been on 10. I can't tell you how many people have just been like, AD was ugly. That's why Clay picked women that look like his mom. Are you guys joking? And you all are really saying this as a legitimate reason. And then wondering why black women are like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going to sit here and listen to a long-ass soliloquy about why a black woman's face is ugly. Have you all tried to gaslight us and say, oh, well, she's ugly. She doesn't try on her face. She only tries on the body. It's like, are you joking? You guys don't put this criteria on lighter skinned women. You don't put this criteria on white women, but you put this criteria on black, dark skinned women. And then you try to gaslight everybody into thinking that, oh, we're the sensitive ones because we're calling out colorism. We're the sensitive ones. We're the triggered ones. We're the ones projecting. When in reality, you're projecting. You're projecting that you don't like dark-skinned women. And then trying to gaslight us and make us feel like we're crazy so you don't have to actually look inwards at yourself, your self-bias, your hatred towards dark-skinned black women. So, to top it all off, the black wife trend, amazing. Love that. Here for it. Keep posting your videos. And if y'all got something wrong with it, then start treating black women better. So maybe they'll actually want to make videos about you.